from 1-900-884-RUSH. The call is 99 cents a minute.
Rush Limbaugh keeping the eagle eye on the bird brains of America here on the EIB Network. Fort Washington, Maryland. This is Marna. Hi, Marna. Welcome to the program.
Well, hi, Rush.
Glad you called.
Pardon me?
Glad you called.
Oh, thank you. I'm just delighted to talk with you. You are an amazing person.
Thank you.
You remind me of my husband. But that's not what I called about.
Okay, good.
I called... You want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
Because he's logical and he makes sense out of what he thinks and what he hears.
So he's able to articulate why he thinks what he thinks.
Yes.
That's
what you do.
Well, thank you very much. It's very nice of you to say.
And I'm really amazed that you can do this hour after hour, week after week. Really amazed.
Thank you.
I called because I'm an artist, and I've been listening to you talk about the Time magazine. And
yeah.
I went out to my mailbox, and there it was. So I looked at it, and I thought maybe you'd like to hear an artist's impression of this picture.
Have you seen the real mugshot?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, until you get the Newsweek copy of this, I'll be glad to hear your analysis, but I would love to hear a comparison from you as well. Because they are very different. And it's the same photo.
I can imagine, because I can see that a lot has been done with this picture.
Okay, go ahead and analyze it for us.
Well, what we have here, what I first saw when I looked at it was sadness. So when I see the dark, I was looking for the dark that you mentioned, and I would call it shadow instead of dark. In other words, they've taken this picture and they've tried to emphasize, I believe, his eyes by lightening his forehead and his cheeks, which make the eyes stand out, and the rest of the head is darkened in order to make the eyes stand out.
It does look like what they've done here, folks, since she says that is 3 small spotlights, one aimed just above the bridge of the nose, one and the other 2 aimed just below each eye,
yes,
lighting the cheekbones.
I like the word you use, spotlight, because a highlight is exactly what you try to get when you put a whiteness. And notice that the background around his head is white.
It's overpoweringly white.
Yes, and...
Overexposed white.
Yes, and between the eyebrows, there is a white which is almost as white as that background.
Yes.
And if you look at it, you can imagine that they took an eraser. It was probably done with an airbrush, but in layman's terms, it's like taking an eraser and lightening it even further. And I can see that they've lightened it, if you want to say, now this may sound weird to you, but look at it, it's in the shape of a cross. Now nobody's head is really shaped like that, so they did that on purpose.
What makes the shape of the cross here? The 3 points of light or just between the eyebrows?
No, they want it to look somewhat natural, but I'm saying that when you shine a light on something, you highlight it. You know, like a Christmas tree ornament is round and it has that little spot of light on it. They're saying, they're showing us a light here, a light on his forehead between the eyebrows, but they have gone so far as to make it look like something that the shape is not there. It's in normal...
the shape of what is not there?
The cross. I see a vertical line going up, and I see a horizontal line going across. It could look... Now, when other people look at it, they might see something different, but they should see a vertical line going up and a vertical line going across, and it's blended into the dark.
Yeah, you do. You see it.
And you could say, oh, it's like a dove coming down instead of a cross, because the horizontal is near the bottom instead of the top.
Now, who would go to this trouble to do something that would take this much analysis to dig out of there?
Well,
you know that they're preparing this thing just to be attractive on newsstands.
Yes, but art is very powerful. You can get a lot across. For example, when I looked at that, my first impression was sadness. Now, as an artist, I can look at it and I can say, all right, what did they do to get this impression? And let's take a look at the red. You know, time, T-I-M-E, is spelled out in red.
That's right.
Underneath his chin, I see the words, an American tragedy, also spelled out in red.
Right.
Now, you put together this feeling of sadness, and the red symbolizes blood, and there you have it. And it's a masterly work of art.
So you would reject any notion that they've attempted here to make him appear darker in skin tone as a means of trying to make him look sinister by virtue of his darkness, but rather they've tried to highlight the light spots.
I'd say so.
Now, I have here, in contrast, which you do not have, the Newsweek version, which is the mugshot untouched. And the points of light that you see and that you've pointed out on the Time cover are also available to be seen very easily on the Newsweek cover with the standard untouched mugshot. However, the standard untouched mugshot looks as though, and those same points of light exist between the eyes and protruding up the forehead and under each eye, and it looks like what we're seeing there is a reflection of the flash off his skin. They've not touched it up. It looks like that it's overexposed, that the picture is overexposed in Newsweek, like all they had to do at time was just, in effect, underexpose this and do a little airbrush. I will say that the points of light are plainly visible on both pictures, but the shapes that you describe are clearly more discernible on the time-touched cover. I mean, you wouldn't, in fact, what you see on the Newsweek cover would be looks like a sombrero between the eyes. You call it a cross. This looks like a sombrero. A wide-billed sombrero with a pointed hat to the top of the hat.
I think there was some handwork done here to emphasize that. Now, what they're...
And there's, I mean, the face of O.J. Simpson in Time is twice as dark.
I really don't think they were aiming for skin tone at all. I think what they were aiming for was contrast between light and dark, the idea to emphasize the sadness of his eyes and the words American tragedy.
By the way, it's not as well focused. I just noticed that. Also, it's, well, do you agree it's more sinister looking?
No, I mean, well, I can't say more. But to me, this does not look sinister at all. First of all, O.J. Simpson is a very handsome man, and I don't think they have taken away any of his handsomeness at all. I don't see this as a sinister look. To me, I look at it now, it's sad. I think that's what they were going for, I'm guessing.
Well,
an American tragedy.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Newsweek calls it Trail of Blood. Yeah. And their letters are far bigger. The Time cover, Time actually is printed across his forehead. Newsweek appears to have his forehead in front of the words, so they obliterate some of their mag title.
When you recreate Roman temples in sand, what kind of music do you listen to?
Classical architecture, classical music.
Yeah. And you really have Duracell batteries in that radio?
Absolutely. Pop the cover, show them.
Have you constructed any theories as to why Duracell batteries last so long?
It's the color. It's the great color. The copper color.
Just the sheer aesthetics of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be a large amount of research and development.
Duracell. No other battery lasts longer.
This is WGBR News, Goldsboro's very own.
This is Wayne Alley. A pickup truck van collision at James and Elmore Streets in Mount Olive yesterday claimed the life of 46-year-old Jesse G. Pike Sr. of Buckhorn Road at Marmac and injured his 20-year-old son Jesse Gene Pike Jr. and another passenger, 43-year-old John Ingram. All three were pinned in the pickup truck, as was the driver of the van, 37-year-old James Clyde of Mount Olive. All four had to be removed with the jaws of life, according to an officer. The officer said investigation disclosed the van went off the road on the right and crossed back, then collided with the pickup truck registered to Outlaw Mobile Homes. Investigation is continuing, and an officer said charges, if any, will be filed today. The Goldsboro City Council was told by Blair Corshon last night in asking for a change of property zoning on North Park Drive that Corshon Distributing Company plans to build a family play center for 2 to 12-year-olds on one track and hopes to attract a national chain restaurant to locate on the other. Corshon described the family play center as the first state-of-the-art facility for this portion of the state.
It will be an interactive family play center where parents will actually play with their children, which we think is important because a lot of times families do things separately, and this will give them a chance to play together and spend time together.
Blair Corshon. Mount Olive Town Manager M. Thomas Barnes resigned last night in a letter of resignation dated yesterday. Mayor Lewis Pate said it came as a surprise to him. Barnes gave no indication of his intentions in the letter. The town board voted as a goodwill gesture to give Barnes 8 weeks' pay, including vacation, and wished him well. Lloyd Warren, the Director of Public Services, was appointed interim director while a search is on for a permanent replacement for Barnes. Mayor Pate read Barnes's letter.
Gentlemen, please be advised that I hereby tender my resignation as town manager for the town of Mount Olive, effective immediately. With best regards, I am sincerely M. Thomas Barnes, town manager.
Mount Olive Mayor Lewis Pate. The North Carolina House of Representatives voted last night to approve what North Carolina Taxpayers United says is the largest state budget in North Carolina history. The organization's Dave Murray noted that Representative Carolyn Russell voted against approval of the budget and that Wayne Representatives Philip Baddour Jr. and Jerry Braswell voted approval. Murray said the House package spends almost $1 billion in surplus funds and increased the 1994-95 state budget to $10.2 billion, and none of the surplus funds were used to provide tax relief to citizens. I'm Wayne Alley.
It's going to be a very hot, steamy afternoon with temperatures climbing into the mid-90s across much of the area. We do expect some thunderstorms to develop, and they could be quite strong, accompanied by some gusty winds and hail. Highs again in the mid-90s. Chance of an evening thunderstorm, otherwise partly cloudy tonight with lows near 70. Tomorrow, partly to mostly sunny and not as hot. There is a slight chance of a late-day thunderstorm tomorrow. Highs 89 to 93. I'm Brian Orzel in the Weather Center.
1, 2, 3, go.
Whoa!
Let's go. Rush Limbaugh.
Here we go, back to the wars at 1-800-282-2882. Eagle Pass, Texas. Tony, hi, welcome to the EIB Network.
Megadittos from the great state of Texas, Rush.
Thank you, sir.
A state that has 2 Republican senators and hopefully a Republican governor.
And I must say to you that George W. Bush is running a fine campaign, is in the hunt, and has an excellent chance at victory over Ma Richards.
Yes, sir.
I got details. I was briefed last night on the status of many Republican campaigns, particularly the George W. Bush campaign for governor of Texas. It's looking good.
As long as the wave of conservatism continues to sweep this state, we will bring in Mr. Bush. I'm a first-time caller, and the thing I was wanting to mention was I've been a long supporter of the death penalty. And thanks to the Texas legislation, we have it here. And I think just because it's O.J. Simpson doesn't matter. It should not matter whether it's O.J. Simpson or John Doe criminal on the street.
Now, Richard Cohen of the Washington Post is trying to establish that once people have personal knowledge and affection for someone who may be executed, their opinions on capital punishment will change drastically. I think he's wrong. I think he doesn't understand why death penalty people are for it. I don't think he understands why people who are big believers in the military are big believers in the military. Like I get so frustrated with the notion that hawks love war, love blood, love death, love killing, and they hate it. They don't like it. It's the last thing they ever hope to have to do or want to have to do. But they realize the necessity. And I think capital punishment is not about vengefulness and not about blood. It's about punishment. And these guys, the opponents, I don't think get it. Dearborn, Michigan. Warren, hi. Welcome to the Rush Limbaugh program.
Yes, Megadiddles from the auto company with a better idea.
Thank you, sir. Which would that be?
Pardon?
Which would that be?
Ford Motor Company.
Ford Motor Company.
Just some comments, like with Ross Perot and the third-party candidates. The conservatives, are Bush, and with their trickle-down economics, the tax breaks did not reach widespread into the middle class, and that's like the $40,000 to $250,000 level.
No, but it did.
And, well, my taxes went down for roughly about 2 or 3% versus the higher rates going down by about between 20 and 30%. And with the liberals... No. The higher rates, no. I mean... They went, the tax rate used to be 50%, went down to the...
The top marginal rate was 50%, and right. The top marginal rate went to 31%. But marginal rates are, I mean, there were a bunch of different rates. It didn't go 5, 15, 50. There were a number of different rates in there. And,
right.
And you paid... you got to 50% after a certain income level had been reached. But I mean, look, the numbers are in on what happened with Reagan tax cuts, and
well, I'm not disputing that. Yes, we got a tax cut, and that was, I'll take any tax cut I can take. But it's just like, with a third party candidates like Ross Perot is so attractive, is that he seems to be more attuned to the middle class versus, well, like the Bush was more for the over $250,000 person, and the tax breaks were
Why
not
do you
creating
say?
jobs.
Why do you say that? Why was Bush for over the $250,000 a year, people?
Well, just
Didn't George Bush raise everybody's taxes?
he raised. Well, it was more like the Democratic Congress, with their new. With their
Hey, they
92
couldn't have
tax
done it. They couldn't have done it if Bush hadn't gone back on his pledge.
That's true, but besides, but basically, I'm just hoping that, and I'm saying we're going through the Republicans, as I think the Republicans will listen better, that they have to be more attuned to give a break to the middle class, the $40,000 to $250,000 person, because we are getting, we end up getting stuck for payments on all this, on the liberals' programs to supposedly help everything, which won't do it. And then when the tax breaks do come, they never come down that much to where the middle class gets that much of a break.
I will agree with you that the attractiveness of Perot was that he perfected a manner of speaking which did convince many middle-class people that he understood their plight, cared only about them, and was going to do what he could to help improve their lives. I must tell you, though, that the only reason Ross Perot was able to come along and do this was because the Republicans squandered the hold on that which you suggest. For the first time in recent history, modern history, the Republican Party became the party of the middle class of America. The Republican Party under Ronald Reagan became the party that the average, ordinary American turned to for relief from oppressive government. And in a matter of days, it was squandered after the 1988 elections. And that's why the Republican Party finds itself at such an identity crossroads. Don't know who they are, what they are, and that's why there are 16 Republicans who want to be president. Because there's no definable set of circumstances right now, issue-wise, that point out what a Republican is. But I think you know this. I think that what you get from the Democrats, and the Democrats talk nothing but middle class, helping them. I'm trying to give you health care, and they try to rape the rich. The exploitation of class envy has been perfected to an art form by the Democrats. And as you've just pointed out, there seems to be no benefits accruing to the middle class, despite 50 years of liberal Democratic promises that that's who they care about. So I think the hope for the middle class has been shown to be not in the Democratic Party. The hope for the middle class is with conservative America. It's that simple. Here's Jack from Norfolk, Virginia. You're next on the Rush Limbaugh program. Hello.
Good afternoon, Rush. Dittos to you from Norfolk.
Thank you.
Rush, I have two things. First of all, I was reading the paper the other day, and I read something that Senator Moynihan said. He was talking about the health care plan. And it says here that the Congressional Budget Office, in evaluating the current plans in Congress for health care, estimate that 91% of all Americans would be covered. And Moynihan said, we can do better than that, but 91% is not a failure. Well, I sat down with my little calculator. And remember back in the beginning, they said 37 million Americans don't have health care.
Yes.
Based on 260 million people in the country, that's 14%.
Whoa.
That's 14.
Whoa, so you've run the numbers.
Yes.
No doubt using the guidance offered by me, your host.
Well, of course.
Yes.
Now, when they say 91%, that translates to 23.4 million Americans without health care. Okay?
Right.
Now, that means essentially, and that translates, that's 9%, and 37 million Americans is 14%. So what they're saying is that to cover an additional 5% of the people, or 14 million of 260, we're going to spend billions of dollars and destroy the healthcare system that about 220 million Americans find just fine.
Right. So what does this mean to you?
What does this mean to me?
Yeah.
It means that those people have no idea of what they're doing, first of all.
Wrong.
That they have no regard.
Wrong.
They have no regard for the working class people that are out there that are providing their own health care now.
Right.
and that their only interest is getting control of the system.
That's it. That's it. You've won a subscription to the Limbaugh letter.
Hey, thank you.
Do you have one?
No, I don't.
Good, good. We're going to give you a free subscription to the Limbaugh letter because you finally got it. You've just nailed what the Clinton healthcare plan is all about.
Oh, I've had it for a long time.
Yeah, but you've said it. You've said it on this show. If 91% of the American people have coverage, it can't possibly be 37 million that don't. It can't then be 58 million who don't 2 days later. It then can't be 59 million who don't 2 hours later.
Can I point out something else about the health care?
Therefore means if 91% of the people have it, 81% of the people are satisfied with it, then what the Clintons are trying to do is run your life.
That's it. Can I point out something else about their idea of health care coverage?
Sure.
When they talk about the people who are employed that don't have health care coverage, who are the kind of people they're talking about? Have you ever... Well, I know you don't now because your limousine probably doesn't fit in the drive-thru.
I don't have a limousine.
I'm sorry, your taxi cab. Have you ever gone to McDonald's?
Yeah. Through the drive-thru.
Do you think the people in there have health care?
No.
That's because, and do you think they're going to have health care under Clinton? No. The reason is because even though McDonald's would qualify as a large company, the majority of those people are part-time. They're part-time, so they don't have to be provided any company benefits. That's going to continue, and even more of those people are going to go down to part-time so they don't have to provide
No wonder McDonald's contributes to the Democratic Party.
And think about all the countries that, or all the companies that have minimum wage employees. The same kind of thing is going to happen.
Right.
So this is going to get worse instead of better. One more quick thing.
You have more.
Yes.
Go.
This isn't the health care plan. No, this is something I saw that I haven't heard anywhere except a little article in my paper.
Go ahead, sir.
Remember the AIDS quilt that they put on the mall?
Oh, yes, in Washington,
Long time
the mall.
ago.
Many people saying, what mall? Oak Park Mall? No, it was the mall in Washington.
It's the mall in Washington.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, this event wasn't as big as that, but in Orlando, Florida, they, on a lawn down there, set up 100,000 pledge cards from all across the country. And those pledge cards were pledging chastity until marriage, and it was by college students. 100,000. Did you hear that on the evening news?
103,000. And I resent this charge because we talked about it here, and we talked about it on television.
Okay,
and
I didn't hear you talk about that. But
well, we did. This is the danger. Don't say you haven't heard it in the media. We showed pictures of it on television as well.
But it certainly wasn't covered by the national news and other places. This was a very large number.
But had it been covered by the national news, it would have been portrayed as a problem.
Yes, or
oh no! Can you imagine what's happening to the youth of America? They're not facing the realities of life for some.
100,000 people are not going to have sex.
Yep. That's just an example of how people's minds are being poisoned. Thanks, Jack, for the phone call. We'll be back with more right after this.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
You know, my good friends, I appreciate revolutionaries. In fact, I, Rush Limbaugh, am a revolutionary, and we have a sponsor which has, as I have done revolutionize my business, so have they revolutionized theirs. Snapple iced tea and natural beverages. Originally started as just a Northeast concern with about 10 or 11 states as their distribution. Never intended to see nationwide distribution, but then they made the fateful decision to advertise here on the EIB Network. And now, Snapple is the fastest growing beverage in America today. And you know why? Because it's good. It hasn't been promoted with phony PR. It hasn't been promoted with a bunch of things that it doesn't live up to. Snapple exceeds people's expectations. Diet iced teas, regular sugar-sweetened iced teas, and natural beverages. Snapple, you've got to taste it. You've got to get it. Snapple is made from the best stuff on earth.
That car you're looking at right there is our bestseller. Everybody just loves it.
Well, I was just looking. What I'm really interested in is that one over there.
But this one is our special for the week. It's absolutely the best deal in town.
That's nice, but it's just not what I want.
Try it. Take it out for a test drive. After that, you won't want any other car.
Fine, then. Tell me about this one. How much does it cost?
Well, figure in your rebate, special discounts.
Just tell me how much without the hassle.
I can't just tell you the price. You want that no-hassle stuff, you ought to go over to Courtesy Buick.
Where?
Courtesy Buick in Goldsboro. They do that no-hassle pricing stuff every day.
Thanks. I'll talk to them.
Yes, at Courtesy Buick GMC in Goldsboro, we do sell our cars at great prices without the hassle you hate. Every Buick GMC and Honda we have is marked right up front with its no-hassle price. You don't have to negotiate, argue, or pry information out of a salesperson. It's an easier way of buying a car, a better way. And it's at Courtesy Buick GMC on Highway 70 Bypass in Goldsboro, the only no-hassle Buick dealer in North Carolina.
Knowles Carpet has been serving Goldsboro and Wayne County for over 45 years with quality installation of carpet and floor covering. Family dedication to this business has been enjoyed by thousands of customers. Joining Carpet One 5 years ago gave Knowles Carpet the additional buying power of 450 other stores to bring you the best prices available. Put it all together, and it means quality floor covering and expert installation by a truly family-dedicated business. Knowles Carpet, your Carpet One store, 2311 Wayne Memorial Drive, Goldsboro.
Prince Tires, not only a great place for tires, they have a superb selection for service for your car, van, or truck. Come to Prince Tire for oil changes, brake work, front end and four-wheel alignments, and auto air conditioner repairs and service. Prince Tire even has those hard-to-find ATV tires and boat trailer tires, even lawnmower tires. So, you see, Prince Tire is more than just a tire store. They have name brands you can trust, service you can count on, and prices that will fit your budget. Prince Tire, South George Street in Goldsboro.
My fellow Americans, this is Bill Clinton, and I need your help. By now, you're probably tired of all the allegations against me, and I'm tired of denying. The opponents of change don't want me to give you the don't want me to do the people's business. There's so many women, so much work and so little precious time. That's why I need your help. Your donation to my legal defense fund will allow me to continue to fight the powerful forces that threaten to discredit all we've accomplished so far. The $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 you send will stop the endless deficit spending Hillary and I will be forced to endure. Please send whatever you can, not for us, but for the children. Thank you.
Dig deep and send even more than you can afford to Save Our Bill. Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. That's S.O.B. Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, after this, it's the Haiti Leveraged Buyout Fund that you'll be asked to contribute to. $500 per person to buy out the bad guys in Haiti, so the president can honor his pledge to reinstall Aristide by 93. That's the Haiti Leveraged Buyout Fund, paid for by you. I still love this song. The guy may be weird, but I don't care. Melbourne, Florida. Lois, hi, you're on the Rush Limbaugh program.
Hi, Rush. Mega dittos from the Space Coast. And
Thank
lots
you.
of warm fuzzies. Yesterday I heard Donna Shalala screaming on one of the news reports I heard about all the people in our country who don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
Now, she is, I mean, this fear-mongering about not having insurance is like, that's the big problem.
Yeah.
Which would make you think, well, everybody better run out and buy health insurance.
What do you think about what Senator Kennedy has said about this?
I didn't, what did he say?
Well, he's talking basically the same thing, that not enough people have insurance.
Well, I don't think there are that many people that are sick. I think there's a difference between people needing health care, which they can provide for themselves a great deal, medical care, which is available to really just about anybody, because we have plenty of community hospitals and things that take care of those who really need help.
It's an interesting point that there aren't that many sick people.
Yeah, listening to Shalala and all these people and Hillary, you think that the whole society is sick, and we're all going to be in situations that are catastrophic.
Not only that, we're needy.
And we're needy.
Yeah, we can't do anything for ourselves anymore.
Right. Right. And you're the best one I know to point out to people to just listen to the words that they're using and what those words really mean. That it's not health insurance we all need. It's health coverage, medical care, if we need it. She was stating statistics of people who make up to $50,000 a year.
We've got, I think, on our television show that we'll tape later today before a live studio audience, there are some funny comments from Donna Shalala, who, you know, alternate days, I think she's Robert B. Reich. Oh. You've never seen them together. I think they're interchangeable.
Well, you're doing.
You look at when they're both standing at a podium. They both protrude above it, just the same height.
Yeah. Well, it's common sense. You know, in the way she's talking, you think that she's promoting the health insurance business.
Yeah.
And of course she's not. I think they're out to destroy that. And
that's exactly right. Gold Star. Are you a subscriber to the Limbaugh letter?
No.
Well, you are now. We're going to send you a gift subscription to the Limbaugh letter. Anybody who gets something right when I'm in the mood gets a copy or a subscription to the Limbaugh letter, America's fastest growing non-business newsletter. They're out to destroy the insurance industry. That's exactly right. Lois, thank you so much. Hold on, Mr. Snerdley will get your address coming up soon. Go ahead and pick up the phone here, Mr. Snerdley. Go ahead and pick up the phone. I was just hoping to hear her say, Senator. She sounds so much like Judge Hirchner. We'll take a break and be back after this.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
Here's news about a revolutionary product that's energizing America. It's called Ginsana. Ginsana is the most unique herbal product in history. I'm Dr. Ronald Hoffman, medical doctor and nutritionist. If you get tired easily, if you've lost your competitive edge, you should know about Ginsana. Ginsana is the all-natural, energizing ginseng capsule. Ginsana is the first standardized ginseng extract, the only ginseng product scientifically tested for 25 years. Who benefits from Ginsana? Middle-aged men and women, senior citizens, busy executives, college students, and athletes. It's often imitated, but there's only one Ginsana. All natural, no sugar, no caffeine. If you tire easily, if you've lost your competitive edge, try Ginsana and feel the energy.
Ginsana from SunSource. Products that work naturally. At Kmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Osco, Winn-Dixie, F&M, and all health food stores. For a free brochure, call 800-777-2000. 777-2000.
For your office, club, church, or business, it's State Office Equipment Company. Discount office furniture. You buy for less. Bargains like folding tables, 30 by 96, just $47. 4-drawer full suspension files, just $119.95 letter size, $139.95 for the legal size. Oak or walnut desk, $189.95. Executive chair, only $179.95. Delivery is available. Also used furniture for sale at State Office Equipment Company, 2211A East Ash Street, open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 till 5:30, Friday 8:30 to 5 p.m.
Scott Motor Company in Goldsboro is having their gigantic factory invoice sale, and it's your chance to save on all remaining 1994 Cadillac Sedan DeVille, Concours, Seville, and Eldorados. They're all at factory invoice prices only till the end of the month at Scott Motor Company. Come and check out the largest selection ever with over 40 in stock. They're extended hours through the end of the month at Scott Motor Company in Cadillac, creating a higher standard, located on Highway 70 Bypass in Goldsboro, selling and servicing fine motor cars since 1922.
John Deere lawnmowers start at $349. And start. John Deere self-propelled lawnmowers come with 5-speed gear drives that let you go from 1.5 to 4.5 miles per hour. And go, and go, and go. And best of all these mowers are built by John Deere. And nothing runs and runs and runs and runs like a deer.
Visit J&L Tractor Company, Highway 70 west of Goldsboro.
Working people need Walter Jones Jr. in Congress. Walter Jones Jr. is a conservative with a tradition of service to Eastern North Carolina. In the legislature, he fought for reform. In Congress, Walter Jones Jr. will vote for your family and against Bill Clinton's liberal tax and spend programs. Walter Jones Jr. is concerned about the next generation, not the next election. Walter Jones Jr., conservative and fighting for Eastern North Carolina.
Paid for by Walter Jones Jr. for Congress Committee, Wayne Holloman, Treasurer.
squeeze another call in here, I think, before our broadcast terminates for the day. Troy, Michigan. This is Jeff. Hello.
Good afternoon, Rush.
Hi.
Motor City Madman Ditto.
Thank you very much, sir.
I would just like to point out how distasteful I find it that a millionaire, our president,
what do you mean?
go on the air and beg for money to pay his legal fees. And I would base the terminology millionaire on the fact that during the tax increase debate, our Marxist midget labor secretary and tree-hugging vice president both said that in order to be qualified to be a millionaire, all you had to do was make $250,000 a year for 4 years running.
Our Marxist midget laborers. Whoa, you are loaded. Of course, he's right. He's right, folks. You remember? Al Gore said that you can make a millionaire at $250,000 a year. Somebody who's made that for 4 years is a millionaire. Well, Clinton is going to be president for 4 years, $200,000 per. Hillary's going to do well in the investments. You know they're going to be a millionaire couple at the end of 4 years, according to the way Al Gore computes it. He's right. Great call. Thanks, Jeff. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
And now more from WGBR's Community Desk. Wayne County Youth Outreach Program presents the Mississippi Mass Choir. That'll be in concert on July 9th at the First Assembly of God on Highway 70 East Bypass. Starting at 6 p.m., there's a $12.50 donation required. If you want some more information, you can call 735-0008 or 731-2200. And if you want to hear what everybody else is talking about, keep it right here on 1150 WGBR.
I'm here telling folks about the amazing animals at the North Carolina Zoo's new Sonora Desert. Sir.
Yeah?
Did you know giant desert centipedes can catch mice and even lizards with their venomous front legs?
They have dogs there?
No.
I like dogs.
But wouldn't you like to see animals you've never seen before? I mean, these desert creatures really are amazing.
You ever see a dog catch a Frisbee?
Okay, obviously nobody's home here.
Now that's amazing.
If you find household pets fascinating, wait till you see the animals of the Sonora Desert, North Carolina Zoo, Asheboro.
Centipede catch a Frisbee.
WGBR, Goldsboro's very own.
From ABC News, I'm John Belmont. This is the smoking evidence the FDA commissioner has been looking for. Dr. David Kessler tells Congress Brown and Williamson has genetically engineered tobacco plants to double the amount of nicotine, using the secret leaves to boost the level of the addictive substance in 5 brands of cigarettes.
These findings lay to rest any notion that there is no manipulation and control of nicotine undertaken in the tobacco industry.
Gold News says the Tobacco Institute, no big deal, says the cigarette maker.
Dr. Kessler has taken a relatively minor issue and blown it totally out of proportion. Keep in mind what the agenda of the FDA is, and that's to acquire jurisdiction over tobacco so that it can regulate it out of existence.
Joe Helowitz speaks for Brown and Williamson. The FDA commissioner stopped short today of trying to regulate tobacco as a drug. A second day of searching near Chicago's O'Hare Airport has failed to find the murder weapon in the O.J. Simpson case.
We got to consider time frame. What witnesses have told us, how much available time he may have had to dispose of evidence.
Los Angeles detective Bert Looper is in Chicago looking for the reported 15-inch knife. He won't specifically identify the murder weapon, but he's confident it's still out there.
Strictly my opinion, I think it's here in Chicago.
NAACP head Benjamin Chavis says the coverage of the Simpson case shows how the media treats blacks differently than whites. In his words, you didn't see TV cameras following Jeffrey Dahmer all over the place. A major upset at Wimbledon today. Lori McNeil has made tennis history by blowing out top seed Steffi Graf. Never before has a defending women's champ lost in the first round at Wimbledon. A blowout today on Wall Street. Stocks had been down more than 50. The Dow is currently off more than 45 points. You're listening to ABC News.
Hi, Tom Bodette from Motel 6 with a thank you note for everyone who's ever stayed with us. More than 24 million of you last year alone. You moms and dads who wrestled with the kids on vacation. You grandmas and grandpas who've worked hard all your life and now have some time to enjoy it. You folks out there shaking hands and making deals, fighting the gears and hauling a load. Well, you knew you wouldn't get an Oleander Beauty Bar or Honeydew Shampoo at Motel 6, but you came anyway. Because you did know you'd always get the lowest prices of any national chain. And for you, that Motel 6 sign will be on, like a beacon in the night. Well, it's sort of like an old wagon train circling up around the fire. Makes me want to sing Red River Valley or Shenandoah Valley or one of them valleys, but I'm just about out of time, so before I go, just let me say thanks again. We sure do appreciate your business. Well, I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Philadelphia area firefighters are now getting a hand in a chemical plant explosion and fire, planning to reopen I-95 shortly around Bristol, Pennsylvania. This fellow saw it all.
It started like thunder or lightning, but when you looked outside, you ain't see anything. You started smoking stuff, so you knew something had happened.
Almost 30 people have been hurt in the explosion at United Chemical outside Philadelphia. 11 of them are firefighters. President Clinton is asking for help from business leaders in winning passage of health care reform with universal coverage. He tells the Business Roundtable he may be willing to make some compromises to help out small business.
We may have to do more for small business. I'm willing to do that. We may have to do more, and we should, to make the thing less regulatory. I've already made a lot of those changes. But let us not walk away.
Mr. Clinton complaining that Washington is too partisan, too negative, too obsessed with process and conflict to do the right thing on health care. Microsoft has agreed to an $83 million patent infringement settlement with Stack Electronics, meaning Microsoft can put the disk compression utility Doublespace back into the latest version of DOS. Updating the stock market, Wall Street worrying about higher interest rates again, worrying the Fed may be hiking them again to support the slumping dollar. Stocks way down today. They had been off more than 50 points, but they've currently bounced back a bit. The Dow Industrial's now down almost 37. Volume is heavy, 242 million shares. This is ABC News.
A new baby is so small, but such a big responsibility. That's why so many families ask for a free State Farm family insurance checkup, so they can learn more about life insurance. State Farm agents listen, explain, answer your questions. They offer good advice, so you can make the right life insurance choices. It's a great experience for young parents, and the best part is the advice is free, and the decisions are yours.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For the ABC Information Network, I'm John Belmont.
Remember how the Fredericks sang just a few years ago?
I'd give anything in the world.
That was yesterday. Today, Fredericks Music of Goldsboro, Eastern Carolina's most complete music store, can help you sing a song of savings during the inventory reduction sale. With the 33rd year of business ending June 30th, they are featuring a chorus of special savings on band instruments, pianos, guitars, keyboards, drum sets, and most anything else in music. Brand names like Kawai, JBL, Yamaha, and others. The best of yesterday. Right here today at Fredericks Music, singing songs of savings during the inventory reduction sale through this month at Fredericks Music, Sunrise Shopping Center, 1700 block East Ash Street, Goldsboro.
You're on the air. Hello.
First, I have to listen to Jesse Jackson and the Black Caucus demand good jobs, and then I read about Simpson and Cowling's Mercedes-Benzes, which give good jobs, albeit overseas.
Hello.
After Jimmy Carter is finished advising the president on foreign policy, perhaps he will offer some sage advice on economic policy.
You're bitter. Hello.
This Reynoldsburg, Ohio conservative wants the Republican Party to identify, define, and get out in front on the social and economic issues.
Good luck to you. Hello.
I listened to Rush Limbaugh for an hour of laughs, Chuck Carter for an hour of the truth, and Alan Colmes for 2 hours for a little of both.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful. I think that says it all, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah.
The only thing we're missing with O.J. Simpson's soap opera is a 900 number to give us up-to-the-minute information.
Hey, that's a fabulous idea. Let's do it. What do you think? We get a 900 number. We give the latest information. We charge, what, $2.95 a minute? Huh? What do you think? Beautiful idea. All right. Love it. Hello.
O.J. Simpson is a god.
Graffiti.
It takes a big man to pick on the president's wife.
Hello.
Alan, what constitutes a bad hair day?
Yep.
Follow me down to the coconut grove and kiss me under the nuts.
Hi, Alan. I just wanted to say I hope you and all your partners in crime there have a nice day.
Thank you. You're a beautiful man and a fine American. Hello.
The new Smithereens record is out now on RCA Records. A date with the Smithereens. You gotta go get it. You gotta get it!
What a stunning endorsement for that fine product. Hello.
Albeit Rush calls it being polite and a gentleman when confronting his enemies, but